Welcome back, you guys. I am so excited for today's video because I have in my hands the Dieverune Cosmetics and Andromeda collab, and this collection is so freaking delicious. The looks, you guys, I am so excited to show you what I've created with this collection. It's about to be such a good time. This might be my favorite color story of the year. Definitely my favorite from the brand. I already have thoughts, so let's go ahead and get into it. If this is your first time here, my name is Heather, and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. And if you happen to love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe, stick around. I would love to see you down below in the comments. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to click the little bell so you can be reminded of all my future uploads. And also, I do have a giveaway going on right now. I'll link the video down below. It is on my July ranking video. If you guys are interested, check that video out. Even if you're not, the video was awesome. I ranked all the palettes that I tried in July. Rankings are my favorite. I need to do some more. I need to figure out some more fun rankings to get into because those are always favorites. I love looking at my collection and looking at palettes. I have tons of different rankings on my channel if you guys love them as well. I'll link that playlist down below too. So, like I said, we have the new Dieverune Cosmetics and Andromeda collection. We have tons of pieces in this collection, and so far I've had so much fun with it. So I did pick this up myself, and I bought the full bundle. Now, the bundle is no longer available, at least not at this very moment, but if it comes back in stock, it does retail for around $120. But let's talk about all of these products individually. As for the face gems, I'm pretty sure you could only get these in the bundle, but they do sell the face gems on their site individually as well. I have tons of them. I love them. They're some of the best, and they're a lot easier than trying to glue gems to your eyes, which is what I tried to do in the past, and it was annoying. But let's get into all of the individual products in this collection. I'll give you the details, show you the swatches, and then we're going to get into the looks. So, the palette retails for $66 US, and it is the best neutral grungy palette this side of the Andromeda Galaxy. 9 pigmented buttery mattes, 4 shifty chromes, and 2 reflective metallics. It has 15 shades in here, and this is one of my favorite color stories of all time. You guys know I love these grungy greens and the muted purples, the more cool tone neutrals. Ooh, with these gorgeous shimmer shades. It has been so fun already. I do plan on creating more looks with this palette as well, so stay tuned. I might do 3 because I see so much potential for fun looks, and I'm excited to play with this one. But this is so freaking stunning. Also, I will link the collaborator down below. I had not followed them previously, but they obviously have a very great eye for color, and I'm excited to find a new creator to be inspired by. But the palette is freaking gorgeous. Then we have the Somber Soils quad. This has 4 shades. Obviously it's a quad. Look at me over explaining, but it retails for $20 US, and you have like these more muted earthy tones. They are beautiful. I will say I'm not big on satins, but I've never tried a satin from Dieverune, and I figured why the hell not, let's give it a try. And I feel like this quad does add another twist to this collection to where you could create more muted earthy types of looks. So I do plan on doing a look with that as well, which is why I'm thinking I should do 3 looks instead of 2, so I could do one using this, and I think it's beautiful. $20 is not bad for that either. And you guys already know, if you're familiar with me and my channel, I freaking love the Dieverune highlighters, and now we have a new shade in the shade Opal, and this is freaking gorgeous. Up close, it is so beautiful. I do show you like it really up close in look number 1, but this retails for $24 US. I have 4 other shades from them, my favorite being the shade Drop. I would say it's so beautiful and gorgeous and fun, but I do love them all like so much. And my singles from Dieverune are some of the best singles I have ever used in my life. I freaking love them. And we also have a new one, and this is in the shade Garnet, and she is just such a gorgeous shade. We have like a metallic red with these beautiful silver sparkles. It is truly just so stunning, and that retails for $14 US. Like I said, my favorite singles are from Dieverune Cosmetics, so if you haven't checked them out, I highly recommend checking out their singles as well. And then last, we have the wet liner. So I love that they did 4 shades in this one. I think that's awesome, and I love the shades that are in this. This might be my favorite one that they've come out with so far, at least out of the ones that I have. I really love this one from the Frandeween collection. I think that one's beautiful too, but this is my new favorite. I love that they played with different types of formulas in this with the metallic. I think it's really beautiful and super fun. All in all, this collection is so exciting, and I'm excited. I can't wait to show you guys how I created this look, get into the other looks with you as well. So let's go ahead and get into it. I am so freaking excited about this collection. So we're just gonna dive straight in. Well, after I tell you about the lip products. So the lip I'm wearing is the shade Dreary. This is from the Unearthly Cosmetics 5-piece sorcery set, and I love it. I think it might go really well with the eye look, hopefully. But the blush I'm wearing is also from Unearthly. These two brands just go so well together. But it's in the shade Wilted Blossom, and this is the Paranormal Plush Blush, and I love this one. I think it's so beautiful. But now we got to dip into this highlighter. It is so beautiful, and I love their highlighters. I have 4 other shades, and I'm excited about this one. So this is in the shade Opal, and I showed you guys like the up close of it and the swatches, but let's just give it another look. Like, that looks so beautiful, but we're gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna use this Sigma F03 high cheekbone highlight brush, but what I like to do is take my finger, rub it in the highlighter, and then put it like right there, like right in that little crease situation, and then I'll go in with the brush and pick up a little more and just blend out. I like that it gives it like this high impact look where no matter which way you look, you can still see that highlight gleam, and I love a highlight. You know, I want you to be able to see that from the stars. And Dieverune Cosmetics has some freaking gorgeous highlighters. And this one obviously is no exception. Like, the little glitter reflex in this are truly so stunning. That is so beautiful. Okay, so after I do the highlight, I always go back in with my blush brush, and I'll pick up a little more product and then kind of just tap and help the two like really melt together. I just like the look of it more when I do that. This is always like my blush highlight process, and it does me well, at least for someone who likes a lot of blush and a lot of highlight. But now we're going to move on to the eyes, and I am so excited to be playing with this palette. This Color Story is so delicious. It might be my new favorite from them. It's definitely my favorite Color Story, but we're gonna check out that quality, which I have no doubt it's gonna be good. But for primer on the lids, I am using a white base primer. So this one is from Dieverune. It's the Color and Cover. It's a really good white base, but I put a really thin layer, so it's not like full on white. I didn't want it to be like too white, you know what I mean? So I just did a really thin layer. So I'm gonna start this look out by using an E06, and I really want to pack this on the front half of the lid and crease. So that is what we are gonna do, and this shade is so pretty in the pan. So we're just gonna pack that on, and she is so bright. My camera keeps trying to focus on the stuff on that shelf. So if it blurs out, I apologize. I'm gonna have to fix my settings, and that's hard to do because I know nothing about my camera, or any camera for that matter. This is a learn as you go type of situation. I might need to scoot over. That's crazy. But she is pigmented, and I love that. I just love these kinds of shades. You guys know they make me so happy. If I ever get my own collab, it has to have a shade like this. I have so many different ideas for palettes though, like so many different ways I would like to take a palette color story, you know what I mean? But I'm going to use the E01 from Singe and just really pack this on down here too. And it does not have a white base, plus this is set. So you'll be able to really tell like how well this performs, like not being on a white base, plus it's set. So I mean, that's pretty good. I love it. Every time I say I love it, like I need to learn some more adjectives, but every time I say I love it, like the McDonald's song pops in my head and I want to say it out loud so bad, but I don't. But now we're gonna move on, and I want to dip into this shade right here, and I'm just using another E06, and we're just gonna press this along the crease. This one really matches my shirt. I might have taken that green shade over just a bit far, but I'll make it work. You guys, these shimmers are freaking delicious. And I know they said they used one of the shades is a formula that was used in the Frandeween collection, and I think it's the shade I'm going to be using today, and I am so freaking excited about that one. Because that collection is a favorite. It's my current favorite, but we'll have to see. I think things may be changing. So let's move along. I'm going to use the E03, and still going to pack this on, but I also want to bring this color like up and out and just keep blending and make this like the base color. So I want it to go up a bit higher. Now this color, what I like about it is, if you look at it, you can sheer it out, but you can also really build that color up as well. And they have a really good matte formula. So right now you're seeing like the more built up version of it, and I want to get like that full like blend, the gradient. There are lighter purples in here that you could use as well, but I don't think I want to do that for this look. As much as I love this lipstick, I really wish I had the Unearthly and Courtney Quarantine lipsticks, but I haven't been able to pick them up yet, or the new lip liners, or the new matte lips. I'm slacking. But I really want to get them. Times are tough, you know what I mean? I'm going to go ahead and take the E11. We're going to run this shade along the lower lash line as well. And go ahead and meet it up with this outer corner situation. That highlight is really giving. Okay, so now we're going to deepen things up. I know you're not surprised, but I want to dip into this deeper purple shade right here. And I'm going to start out just using the E06. Honestly, oh, this shade is so pretty on top of that other one. And it really just gives it such a beautiful pop of color. Let's switch to the E25 from Sigma. And I'm going to put some like on the outer part, because I think the shimmer is going to go mostly here in the center. And I might just do one shimmer today and let it really just be the focus, because I would like to play with some of the other products as well. Now, I don't think I'm going to do anything with the satins just yet. I might in one of the other looks. We'll see, because I would like to be able to give you my full thoughts on everything. But I love this. Let me use the E11, and we'll deepen up down here too. You guys know I love a smoky look. This lip color is definitely going to have to be changed though. It's the wrong undertone. I'll still link it down below though in case you guys are interested. I know she just restocked those lipsticks, and I freaking love them so much. They have one of the best lip formulas of all time, and the colors, if you like cool tones, they're freaking gorgeous. There's deeper shades, there's lighter shades. They're amazing. Actually, the shade I'm probably gonna use after this is another one from that collection, and it's one of my favorites. Okay, so now we're gonna dip into shimmers, and y'all already know that's always my favorite part. But before we do that, we're going to do the Stick and Sparkle from Dieverune. Now, you know, I've been on a really big kick with that glitter glue from Cliona, but this is one of my favorites as well. I love this formula. It comes out white, but it goes on clear, and it's a very thin formula, very similar to the one from Cliona, and I love it so much. And so if you're already making an order, I do recommend. I have several like backups of it too, and for good reason. This is like my third one, and it's almost out, but it's a very good product. I'm just tapping this though in the center, and I'll use my clean finger to really just smear that out, and then we're gonna dip in to shimmers. I'm gonna give this a second to let it get a little extra tacky, and then we're gonna dive in. Okay, so I think this is the shade because that formula feels so familiar to the ones in the Franda Wing collection, but I'm so excited about this shade. It is so foiled and so beautiful. Where should I swatch it? I'll show you a swatch. You can sheer it out, but you can also like really build it up to real like foil level opacity. It's so freaking gorgeous. I love her, and that is why it is going on the lid. I cannot stop myself, but I'm wondering maybe this shade could be like really cool. Let's just do it. We'll just tap here on the edge. That shade is really pretty too. I was drawn to it immediately when I opened this palette. Oh, I love this. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh my god. I get so excited. I just can't. So I'm picking up more of that light green, and we are gonna make these two blend. So from the matte to the shimmer transition is more like seamless. Oh, I love this so much. Okay, and then I'll do the same thing out here. Oops, wrong shade. That would have sucked. I'm just tapping more of that shade here. And then make sure these meet up nicely as well. Got an itch on my face. So then I'll take more of that deep, like violet, purpley shade, and we are gonna just blend that. Oh, I just love that. And then I want to take this little Cliona brush, and I'm gonna pick up the shade that I used here. I love this because it's green, but it has like that deep plum purple base. Oh, it's so beautiful. Such a gorgeous color. And we're just gonna blend this here in the center. Yes, that's exactly what I needed in my life. Oh, this makes me so happy. I did get a little fallout, but the good news is it brushes away. So I do have the gems, which I think, yeah, they fell on the floor. I'm gonna pick those up, but I am gonna play with the liner. I love these so much. I have like 5 or 6 of them. I don't remember. I have quite a few of them right now, but I am gonna play with this. But unfortunately, I do have to do it off camera because I am terrible at liner, and there's no way I can do it. Like, I'm gonna have to be like this in my mirror, and you guys are not gonna be able to see it anyways. So I'm gonna go off camera, finish this look up, do the liner, play with some gems, and I'll be right back. I am back with the finished look, and I love the way it turned out. It's a little uneven, but we're not going to pay attention to that. But like I said, I really do love the way this turned out. So a few things I did. I used some of the highlight for inner corner because my eyes are watering. They were doing this yesterday too, which is annoying, which is one of the reasons I wanted to hurry up and get on here and film this. But my eyes are watering, so I had to put something there to try to cover that up. But for gems, I used some of the green ones that came in the collection, but I also had some purple ones from Dieverune. And I did a little mix of them. And I love these because the adhesive on them is really strong, so they do stay in place really well. They're easy to take off though, and they're just beautiful. You get like a bunch of different shapes and sizes. I do have the other ones. I got 2 sheets of the green and a sheet of red as well, and I'm excited to have them. I have a stack of them. I love them so much. And I checked my wet liners, so this will make number 5. I have 4 others previous, and I love them. So this is from the Frandeween collection, and then this is from the Smitten collection. And then we have another from Smitten and another from the Frandeween. She's released a bunch of other really cool ones, but I haven't been able to pick them all up. But I love the colors in this one so much. So for this look, I used the bright green, and I went over it with this metallic green, and I just love the look of that. I think it's so pretty. But for liner, I used the shade Afterlife from Melt, and then I went over it with that green in the inner corner because Afterlife has a little bit more of a yellow tint to it. You can still kind of see that it's not exactly the color that I really was going for, but I didn't really have one. I probably could have made one, but I'm lazy, so I didn't. So for lips, I switched it to the shade Ash from that same 5-piece sorcery set. And my mascara is a mix of the MAC Stack from MAC and the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. And again, I did the Melt BB Lash. You guys know I've been using these quite a bit. I love them so much, and I've used them probably the last like 5 or 6 videos, so each video has like 2 looks. I'm gonna keep using them and until I can see how many uses I can get out of them, because they're beautiful and I want to see like the quality. What are they worth? But they feel really nice, really lightweight, they're really easy to put on. I love them. As for the collection, so far I'm having so much fun. I cannot wait to create some more looks with it. I have no idea what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but I can't wait to play some more and figure it out. So let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. I am back for look number 2, and today I think I'm gonna mix everything. We're gonna play with a little bit of everything today, but I want to tell you what's on the face. So I did a very weird concoction for highlight, but for blush I used the Glaminatrix lip and cheek flush in the shade Sweet. It's red. I don't get to use this one very often, so I was excited to use it, but I did set it with Timid Tomato from Singe Beauty, and I love this. I'm excited to have these blushes for fall because they are like those perfect warm tone blushes for fall, and I think they're beautiful. But for highlight today, I didn't use one from Dieverune. I wanted to lean more onto the red side, so I did the Just a Taste from Unearthly Cosmetics. Like I said, these two brands go so well together, but I wanted something that was a little more like chartreuse, but I didn't really get what I was going for, so I used the Murky Meadow palette from Unearthly because this one has like a yellow green flip to it, and it is a beautiful highlight, but it's still pulled like more yellow than that green I was going for. And you may have guessed, we're doing red and green today on the eyes, and I'm excited. For lips, I just threw something on because I'm not sure really what this look's gonna turn out like. I'm hoping it works out, but it's all a guess. It could be terrible for all I know. But for lips, I did the shade Makeup Talk from Morphe in their lip liner, and the Fenty Glow lip oil. I love this, you guys know. Now we are gonna get into this eye look, and I am excited but also kind of nervous because I don't know if it's gonna turn out, because I am wanting to use this red with the greens. So the goal is to try to figure out a way to make that work. So I'm just gonna do my best and we'll see what happens. But I didn't prime my eyes with anything special today. I just used concealer because I was feeling lazy. But the shade I want to start with is this darker green, and I'm gonna start out by using the E06, and I'm just gonna take this all along the crease. I just love these green shades, but I'm really hoping this look will turn out. I really loved like that red and green multi-chrome I used in Adept's newest palette, and that color is really what inspired this whole look, because I never really thought to pair that shade of green with the red, and the shade is very similar to this. So I'm excited to give it another try, see what I think, and if anything it washes off at the end of the day. I'm going to switch over to the E03 and just blend this up higher. I do want this to be like the base shade of the look, so I'm going to take it up high. I do think this look might turn out to be smoky, but I mean, really, who's surprised? But I do think it might even like be necessary to get this to work the way I'm envisioning it. Okay, so I also want to take that same color underneath the lower lash line and just, I think I'm going to take it all the way across. I'm just doing that with the E04. I almost always use the same brushes, I just get comfortable and they're good, you know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But now the next part is going to be hard because I do want somehow to make this work on that, but not be Christmas. So, God, that's so pretty. It has like those silver sparkles in it, which make me think like the silver glitter reflects. That means would silver be really pretty on this too, or gray for that matter. So I need to think like what shade matte would be the next best one, and I'm thinking maybe this one. I don't know how it's gonna work on this green, but we're gonna give it a try. So I'm gonna use the E06 and we're gonna take this through the crease and we'll just see. And it seems to be pretty good. Can't complain. Let's switch to an E25 from Sigma. I just love the way these pack on the color when I'm doing these types of looks. And I really love these two together. I might need to add some green highlight into this since that one shade didn't pull as green as I wanted it to. I do have a few other options, but I like this combo. I'm going to take another E06 and go back into that green shade and kind of go over the gray here, because I want that to be mostly green, but I do like the depth that that gave me. And then I'll just keep working on building this up and blending until I get this smooth and, you know, as grungy as I love it. But before I do that, let's go ahead and take the E11 and run this same shade on the lower lash line. Okay, so now I want to do the same thing with the black that I did with the gray, but maybe like not as much. We'll see how that goes, but we're going to dip into the black. And I'm just going to press this in with the E25, more focusing it like in the crease and like more on the outer corner. I do want some here, but not a ton. And then I'll use like the gray to blend it out and go back in with all the brushes. But don't you just love their black shades? They're so pigmented, but they blend so nicely. They make me so excited. And I'm just loving how swampy this is. Loving it. Let's do the E07 to add some of this down here as well. I have high hopes for this look. I want it to be a little thicker on the outer part and then kind of fan out towards the end, and then using the gray I'll blend all that out and smoke it down out here, and then use the green with the E04 to blend that out. I'm just realizing I have no idea. Do you use the glitter glue with satins? Because I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. But like I told you guys, I'm not particularly normally drawn to satins. However, I've not quite ran across a satin formula like this. But maybe it's because I've just tried them and I haven't liked them in the past. So I just assumed they were all like that, which is my fault, you know. So I never really gave other ones a try. So we'll give these a shot and we'll see. But I am going to mix the satins with that red single. Now, after I get done doing this part, before I go off to finish the look, I'll let you guys know, like, what would I use to finish this eye look if I did not have those products. That way you can still create a fun look. So I think starting this out, what do I want to do first? I was getting ready to say I think, but I have no idea what I think. So let's start out the outer corner with this shade. Like, they're really pretty. Especially, like, I was editing my video today with the Glaminatrix Nearly Neutral palette, or Nearly Natural, I think is what it's called, but that's pretty. I like that. And in the video, the last look I did that black shimmer all over the lid, and I didn't like the way it looked in the inner corner, and I can see this being the thing that makes me, like, I could do this on the inner corner, you know what I mean? But with that being said, I am not doing that on the inner corner today. I want to do some of this shade, I think, anyway. Oop, that's the wrong brush. Let me get the correct one. I'm going to do it on the E01. Should I spray this? That's what I want to know. Let's try it not sprayed. I wanted to just add some here. Like, that's really cool. Like, you could even do this silver in the center. That would be really cool. Like, do you see how metallic that is? And I love, like, silvers like these on with a colorful crease. I think it's so pretty, but that would be gorgeous. Then I want to take some of that deep shade like I used out here, and we are just gonna fade some of that into that silver. I'm going to go back and forth in between those shades until I get the blend the way I like it. But so far, I really am loving that. Let's go ahead and take, let's take an E27 from Sigma and go into that matte black. And I'm just going to blend this whole situation right there. Oh, I just love that so much. But now, I'm going to do another little layer of glitter glue in the center. And then we're going to go in with this. This is the shade Garnet, and she is beautiful. Let's hope. Oh, I think I'm going to like this, you guys. I think I'm going to love it. Especially once I get those, like, blended nicely. Oh, I love this so much. Maybe I should do the black there, though. What do you guys? I wish I could ask. I'm like, what do you guys think? But you won't be able to answer me until later. And by then, it'll be too late. I mean, you could still let me know what you would have done. Oh, I love this. I'm so glad I did it. I was scared. I went back and forth. But I did it, and I love it. I don't think I'm going to mess with any of the liners today, because I don't know. I will look at them, but I just don't think it would really go with the look. Maybe like one of the black ones I have from the Smitten collection would. Ooh, the black gems. We could do those. That could be fun. The way that black blends into that red is delicious. Let's take the black in a little further, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of that silver there. Okay, so I think I want to take some of my little brushes. I scrubbed these this morning, but they're all stained from the eyeliner, but it is what it is. But I'm going to take some of the red from here, and let's just add some to the front part of the lower lash line. Yeah, that is really pretty. I feel like I need some red here to kind of bridge all of this together, though. And there isn't one light enough in any of the palettes. So I'm just going to use the highlighter today that I used on my face. And I love that. That added that little touch. So I'm going to go finish this off camera, but I just love that shimmer on the lid, and I'm glad that I did this look and did not freak myself out into not doing it. But I'll be right back with the finished look. I am back with look number 2, and this one is my favorite so far out of the two. I just love the green and red together. It doesn't feel too Christmassy to me, but you guys are gonna have to let me know what you think. So the only thing I did was I used the black to line my lower lash line. I liked how like smoky it made it look, and it makes me super happy. I love it. I love it so much. And for liner, I used the black from Glisten Cosmetics. I did the Bad Gal Bang mascara, and again, still using the Melt BB Lash with the Bailey Syrian collab, and they're still holding on strong. I am really shocked like at how freaking amazing these lashes are. Really makes me want to like go check out their site and see what other styles they have, because I'm really loving this one. But so far I am really loving everything. I've had so much fun with the palette. I love the single, and I'm really kind of pleasantly surprised at how much I really do like those satins as well. But I do plan on creating another look with this again tomorrow. I can't wait to dig into it, but let's go ahead now and move on to look number 3. I just realized while I was sitting here getting ready that I forgot to tell you guys what I would have done with just a palette to finish the last look, and I don't know what I was thinking, so let me think on that for just a second. I'm trying to remember what I even did, and I love that look. Y'all, it's been such a long day, if I'm being honest. Oh yeah, that was so pretty, the green and the red. So honestly, if I didn't have like that single and that quad with that green and that deep color like that, I told you, I remember saying I would have done the silver, and that's probably the direction I would have gone in. That, or because this one leans more green when you swatch it, this one leans more purple, so that one would have been cool as well. So 9 times out of 10 I would have done either this one or the silver had I not had those others. Or you could simply just pull out another palette and just recreate it with a really cool shimmer, especially if you have the Dexter palette from Lethal Cosmetics or the Crow palette from Wicked Widow. So now we're going to jump into today's look. I'm loving the cheek situation so much. So this is the blush. The blush is from Cosmic Brushes. Listen, you guys, I'm about to do a whole get ready with me on this tariff situation, because it's a nightmare. Like, I don't even like to think about it, but I think we need to talk about it because obviously it is going to affect my channel. So I would like to get your guys' input on some stuff, but I love these blushes. I do have a big audience in the UK and a bunch of other places, so if you guys are into like a cream blush and you're looking for a purple, I really do recommend these. They are amazing. Unfortunately, I don't think they're not shipping to the US at the moment because of the tariff situation, which breaks my freaking heart because Halloween is coming up and I've never missed a Cosmic Brushes launch. I bought every single palette at launch, and now I can't do that, which really sucked. Don't even get me started. But anyways, the highlight situation I am feeling like with my whole heart. So they're both from Dieverune Cosmetics, and my favorite shade, which is the shade Drop, is that really fluorescent glowy one that you see. And then the brighter one, like towards the corner of my eye, is the highlight from this collection, Opal. And these two together are so beautiful. Just to give you an up close look, don't look at my under eye bags. My concealer is not my friend today. And I used the Sigma primer today in the shade Persuade, the eye base, if you guys were wondering. But it's so sticky, and when I go to like open my eyes, my eyelids are sticking. But I mean, that's a good thing. That means the eyeshadow is gonna stick. But for lips, I did my ABH lip liner in the shade Muted Mauve, and you cannot tell me this is not the cutest thing you've ever seen in your life. It is the littlest, tiniest lip liner. I'm going to keep using it until I can't no more, because I put it in the cap. That's how I'm still able to use it, but she is tiny. We are going to use her down. And my lip gloss is Simply Posh. It's the shade Snow Angel, and it's like such a beautiful, like milky nude. I don't know if I'm keeping it, but I needed to put something on. I hate the way my lips look when I have makeup on and nothing on my lips. So that's why I always start out my looks with lip products on. I really hate it so bad. But we're gonna get into today's look, and today I'm just gonna be playing with the palette, maybe the highlights too, but I'm excited. So I'm thinking of doing something kind of smoky with the grays, but doing like pops of purple and playing with this shade as well. Hopefully it will be fun. So let me move my Red Bull away from the palette. Okay, so how do I want to start this look? That's the question. I think I want to do like mostly a gray and black smoky crease. Who is surprised? Not I. So we're going to start out using, you probably already know what I'm going to say, but the E06. And I think I'm going to start with this shade first, and then we'll blend out with this and then work into the black. Sounds like a plan to me. So starting with this shade, I'm just going to press this through the crease. Did you see the new launch from Unearthly Cosmetics? I'm so sad I cannot pick it up right now. Your girl is broke, but it is what it is. But I will buy it, because she said there's only like 200 of them available right now, and then it'll relaunch like later in the month. So I'll probably pick it up then, but I'm excited to get my hands on it. And also, DD Signature is launching a new palette. It is on its way to me right now, and I cannot wait to see what it is. So far, she's shown like the bottom 2 rows, and it looks beautiful and promising, and I'm really excited to see, I just know it's going to be good. Her launches lately within the last year have just all been like hits for me. But let's move on to this shade, and we'll start using that to help blend. Depending on your skin tone, this color might change, because it looks like a little beige in a way, but it also looks gray. It's very cool tone leaning, which you guys know I do love the cool tones. This is working out very nicely. So I'm going to use the E03 to just pick up more of that gray shade and just use this to blend it out, and just keep deepening this up until I get it as high as I want it. I forgot too, I wanted to put black gems on that look yesterday. That would have been so freaking pretty. I cannot believe I forgot. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the lower lash line using the E04 from Singe Beauty. And just want to smoke this out. I'm really excited for this look. I think it's going to be fun. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the E06, and we're going to dip into the black. I'm probably going to switch to the E25, but I'm just going to go in and just deepen up this crease. Oops. I accidentally tapped the inner corner. Definitely don't need that. This allergy situation has been rough, but I did go to the doctor today for my allergies, and I have to have another allergy test, which sucks if you ever had one. It's not bad, they're annoying more than anything, especially if you're allergic to a lot of things. But I have to have another allergy test, and then after that I have to go there once a week for 10 weeks, but I have to stay there for 2 hours while they inject me with these allergy shots to try to get my body like used to them, so I can try to be on a full dose by the time that the 10 weeks are up. So hopefully I can be off all the medicine. My raspy voice will be gone, which would be amazing. So amazing. But yeah, it's going to be annoying though, because my doctor is like 20 minutes away from me, and that's going to take a chunk out of my week, and I don't have a lot of time for that, but at the same time, I know like in the end it's going to be worth it. Now I'm going in with the E11, taking some of this black across the lower lash line. Then I'll use this light gray to kind of go over and blend. Like I said, we are going for smoky today. Okay, so now I'm going to take the E01 and we're going to dip into the purple. And I'm just going to pack that in the inner corner. And, ooh, maybe I should have done some like white pigment. I went in so hard with that, did I not? Whoops. I'll probably have to take something white to help me lighten this up, because it is a little darker than what I was going for. And like I was just saying, I have severe allergies, you know. I cannot be doing all of that. We are definitely going to have to lighten that up. But I still want the color here. I'll add it like down here as well. I love that. Let's take an E06. Don't you think this kind of has a blue tint to it in a way? It's really pretty. Okay, now I'm going to dig through my collection and find a white and like lighten this up here, because that ain't cute, you know? But I'm going to cut this, like cut the crease, and I'll be back and we're going to keep working with the mattes. But the star is always the shimmers. You guys know. You know me. I say that in every video because it's true. Okay, so I just kind of cleaned this up a little, like not well, you know. It was a little half-hearted. It doesn't need to be perfect. That's the point. But now I want to take this shade. Maybe a little of this one, but mostly this one. We're going to do that on an E25. Let's mix them, actually. And if you guessed I was going to pack it out here, then you're correct. Sorry, I'm listening to a new book, and I just realized I'm talking in the narrator's voice. Send help, you guys. I always like tease Amanda because she does that. I really just love this. Like, imagine if I took that purple all the way in, like that lighter one. Oh, this all matte look. I don't know. I feel like I have been craving one. Even if you like have that little quad. Let me grab it. Like, you could take this little light gray and put that there. That would be so pretty. You could do this shade. That would be kind of cool. That even, I would probably do the light gray though if I was going for that kind of look. But that's not what we're doing today. We're going in with the glitter glue from Dieverune. I'm going to put some on the back of my hands. And then we're going to dip into shimmers, and this is where it's at. Okay, so I think I want to start this out by going into this shade. It's like one of those iridescent topper shades. It looks blue in the swatch, but I'm kind of wondering if it's going to look silver on the eye. It kind of does, which, I mean, I'm not mad at. It's like a very cool tone blue. But I just love that. Oh, I love the look of that so much, especially on top of that purple. I think that's really pretty. But then I want to take, what shade? Let's do this one first. Like, oh, I just love this shade. It might be my favorite in the whole palette. Oh my god, that's so pretty. That on the whole eye, honestly, like every part of me wants to do that, but I feel like I want to use this shade too because it's really pretty. But I think I might skip it and just do that foiled shade. I can't say no. See, decisions were made and they were good. That is freaking gorgeous. Also, I have not dealt with any creasing or anything like that with these either. I just wanted to update you guys and let you know. I'm gonna use some more of this blue shade and kind of layer it. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, I'm here for it. Okay, now let's clean off the E04. I'm going to use this to add some more of that purple, like down here. Then I'm going to clean that off. Let's go into some of that lighter purple as well. I love this. This is beautiful. Might be one of my favorite looks. I just love it. I love that like foiled multi-chrome. It's just so pretty. But I'm gonna go finish this look real quick and I'll be right back to show you guys what it looks like all complete. And I have some good thoughts on this collection that I'm really excited to share with you, but I'll be right back with the finished look. Okay, so I love the way this look turned out. It is a bit monochromatic, but in a way that I truly just love so much. I love how cool toned this whole vibe is, and I mean the highlighter is freaking 10 out of 10 with the look as well. I did want to go in, I almost forgot. Let's add a little bit of the shade Drop to the inner corner. I think that could be really pretty. So I'm just gonna use like a little pencil brush. This one is from Bella Beauty Bar. Yeah, that was the move. That is really pretty. I love that. Adds a little brightness and fun to the look. But like I said, I just love the way that this turned out. I think it's so pretty. That shimmer on the lid is just so freaking gorgeous. But I did change out the lips. I did the Unearthly lip liners in the shades Cafe and Khaki, and I did the shade Ash on the lips. These lipsticks go so freaking good with this palette. It's not even funny. But for liner, I used the shade Prance from ColourPop. It's been a while since I've used this one. And I did the MAC Stack mascara and the Melt in Bailey Sarian lashes. But I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this one. What you think of all of them, honestly. Not only was this video so fun, but the looks were fun. The collection is fun. I could not wait to get this in my hands, and truly, it didn't disappoint. It actually was even better than I expected. Now, there are a few shades in the palette I haven't used. I used all the matte shades, but I have not used these 3 shimmers. But they look and feel the exact same as the others, and I'm very familiar with their formula. They are one of my favorite brands, so I feel comfortable in saying this is my new favorite palette from them, and might even be one of my favorite palettes of the year so far. It is beautiful. I love this color story with my whole entire heart. You guys know I love green and purple together, but when you put this murky twist on it, I'm sold. I'm so sold. They did such a good job on this collab, and I love the artwork and everything. I know she said her tattoo artist, who I will link down below, they have an Instagram page, did the artwork on this packaging, and I really think it's so beautiful. They did such a fantastic job. Honestly, there's not a single item in this collection that I don't love. I'm already very familiar with the gems. I love those as well. Honestly, they would have been pretty with this look, but I wanted to keep it the way it was. And I am familiar with their wet liners. I love those. Y'all already know about the highlights and the singles, let's be fair. But I was pleasantly surprised by the the satins as well. These are the nicest satins that I have ever got my hands on, and I think they're beautiful in their own right, and I'm excited to have them in my collection. And honestly, this really changes my mind on satin formulas. Maybe I was wrong to count them out, but all in all, this was just a freaking blast. And I love collections like this that make me feel so inspired and creative and excited to use them. That is why I just had to do 3 looks for this video. I know it's going to be a long one, but hopefully you guys brought a snack or something. But it was so fun, and you're gonna have to let me know, like, which look was your favorite. Did you guys pick this up or not? I would love to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts on Dieverune Cosmetics? Personally, I love them. I've loved all their launches. They have been so fun for me. But thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way till the end. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. I would love to see you back, so subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, bye.